Hello Pagan folks, my name is Iriome, I am a priestess of the goddess, and welcome to the Healing Your Mental Health with Apollo, God of Medicine meditation. Now, before we begin, I want to say that no meditation, alternative therapy, or ritual and ceremony are a substitute for conventional medicine and regulated psychotherapy. What these sort of practices can do is to help you open up, to ease your healing process, so you can be more open to your healing process and more at peace and calm within yourself. But they are not substitutes, so please seek, if you're struggling, a specialist, because the gods are going to be by your side, but they do need to interact with you through a specialized person. And now, I would like to invite you to go to a place where you will be undisturbed and comfortable. And if it is a place where you can feel the sunlight, the better. But please be mindful and do not stay under direct sunlight, because you may have a sunstroke, you may end up dehydrated or get burned. And that is not the purpose of a healing meditation. And if you are doing this meditation and you cannot sense the sun or be near it, or it is at night, it doesn't matter, because the sun is always there. It doesn't matter if we see it or not. So please close your eyes, and I invite you to take a deep breath to ease your body, to relax your body from how tense it is, and to really thank your body for being present in this moment, this time. It doesn't matter your relationship with it or the physical struggles that you may be enduring. We take a deep breath to thank our body for being just here, alive right now. And we take another deep breath to thank our emotions. Doesn't matter what they are. If we believe that our emotions are bad or evil or good and peaceful, they are just a sign that we are alive on this earth, and they are not us. So we breathe deeply to thank our emotions. And another deep breath to thank our thoughts, ideas, our minds. Doesn't matter what thoughts we have, intrusive thoughts, judgment, we are not that. Thoughts and ideas pass through us and above us, and the only ones that remain in us are the ones that we choose to remain there and we nurture. So we deep breathe to thank for our thoughts to be there. And we take a final breath to thank our spirit, our soul that is going to embark into this healing journey. We're going to imagine how this sunlight that we feel or we imagine starts taking shape. We see threads of golden light. And these threads start to spin, creating a spiral that surrounds us in all directions until it creates a sphere of golden light. We feel safe into the warmth of this sphere. It doesn't burn us or suffocate us. It's at the perfect temperature. It doesn't blind us either. We feel safe. And allowing ourselves to be in this sphere or golden sunlight, we feel how it starts spinning faster and faster, taking us from the place where we are, rising us, taking us away from the place where we stand, up, up and up to the skies and the heavens, seeing our houses or the place where we stood in nature, very, very small down below us. We keep breathing deeply through the meditation, and with each breath we go higher and higher. We pass beside the moon and the planets. We see the distant sun, and we are in the universe. We are right in the entrails of the universe, seeing the lines of time and space, all the possible pasts, all the possible presents, all the possible futures. We are there, and the sphere chooses to go to a particular place, a particular star that holds within herself one aspect of reality. The sphere sets us to this place, and breathing deeply, we step outside of it. We feel like we are in a temporal place. We sense the atmosphere of the air. We feel the warmth of the sun. We smell the fragrance of the flowers. We hear the chirping of the birds. We hear swans, and we hear ravens, and we hear streams of distant water and all sorts of animals. We touch the place where we are, and we realize that we are in an ancient temple. We see a distant sign, and we go towards it. It says Delphi, but on the floor, made of a stone, very, very old and almost unable to be read, we read Python. And we go into the temple and the sanctuary of Delphi, and we see a huge stone, Betulus. It is the Omphalos, a stone very similar to our navel. In fact, we are right now not only in the navel of the whole world, but also in the navel of the universe. And we find around us something to offer. We are here to be healed of our struggles, most importantly those related to our mental health. Doesn't matter if it is a chronic illness or just a phase, a biological condition, something related to specific trauma, or something that we're just enduring due to a specific situation that has happened. And we reach in a pouch that we realize we have hanging on ourselves, and we put our hands inside, and when we take it from it, we see an offering to God Apollo, God of health and medicine. And we take that offering, and during a libation we put it on the Omphalos, on the stone, and now we are going to set a healing intention towards God Apollo. Suddenly, our vision is clouded. We start to see mist, fog, vapor rising from the stones. It is greenish and it is intoxicating. It just goes through all our senses. We cannot seem to get rid of it. We start to hear voices from past people, the voice of ourselves, voices that tell us all these things that we are scared of. Maybe it is rejection, that we will end up alone, that we are crazy, mad, not worthy of love and affection, that we won't make it, that we will never heal. We hear all these voices really paying attention to them, for they are our worst fears. And we see nothing, but it is like hands grasping at us, the voice very close to us all of a sudden and then far away. And in between the mist, from a crack that we feel forming at our feet, that opens the earth in half, a huge, dark, monstrous snake starts to slither its way from the depth. It is bigger than anything we have ever seen. We are shocked by fear. We try to grab desperately something around us, maybe a stick, maybe a stone, maybe a torch with fire, or perhaps even a sword, an arrow, or fight with our own punches. We try to run away and fight, and the snake just gets closer and closer and closer to us, and it catches us, and the snake starts embracing us very strongly in its embrace. We bite it, we scream, we dig our nails on its body, but it doesn't matter. We see its monstrous head before us, venom threatening to go into us, and we see how the snake is slowly taking all the air out of our lungs. And suddenly, a peak of sunlight on all the fog, and we take a deep breath in all the struggle. We breathe deeply, accepting that the more we fight, the more the snake is hurting us. That as long as we have seen the snake, we were so terrified of it that we started to run away and scream and fight it. And we relax, accepting and trying to find a way not to fight the snake from its embrace, but to work with what we have, to release the conflict, the fighting, the hurting. And as soon as we do that, the snake slowly releases us. More and more and more, until it curiously stares at us, marked by its embrace, by recovering our breath. And the snake starts shedding its skin, the sun rays lifting the fog slowly. And it is very, very, very painful when the snake is taking its skin off in order to birth itself back again. But we see how it does it, how she does it. And while taking her skin away, we realize all those bits of skin are left behind as a token of what was and won't be again. And the snake starts shape shifting. Maybe into somebody that has hurt us. Maybe into something that has hurt us. A voice, object, animal, as seen before us, dark, scaly. But ultimately, it shifts into ourselves, and we are faced with that shadow that is in us. It comes to us, and we realize that this is a personification of the mental illness or condition that we live with. And they tell us, oh, I am not here to hurt you. I was born to protect you. But I'm sorry if in the process I've caused you more damage. And this shadow self, this snake inside of us, tells us, why does it exist? And we realize that this mental condition we have has never meant harm. Maybe it has caused it. But fighting with it, against it, is fighting against ourselves. And the more we hurt it, the more we are hurting ourselves. And we watch that part of ourselves before us, feeling tenderness towards it because it was born to help. It was born out of need. It is us. And with the clear intention of embracing it and working with our mental health condition and not against it, realizing that healing is never a full process, that the only thing we can do not to be forever frustrated is to accept and integrate that part of us. We gently embrace our shadow, our snake, us. And when we do so, we feel how that snake energy of healing that comes from the depths, that strength comes back to us again. We are reclaiming our strength. It doesn't matter what or who took it away from us. We are reclaiming our power, finally and fully being whole. And we see bits of the snake skin around us, as if we were the Pythia, the prophetic priestess, realizing that the best way to predict the future is to build it and shape it ourselves. And when we have done so, the sun makes the sky clear, and from a beautiful sun ray, God Apollo, god of medicine, shows himself before us. He is said to have killed the python a monster that hunted the villagers out of revenge, out of spite, to take her sanctuary. But Apollo is the sun, the beauty of healing, and also a god of plague. They are not opposites. True healing exists when we accept, integrate, and work with what happens to us. And God Apollo gave us a message of health and healing with his ever-growing medicine wisdom. Give thanks to Apollo for this trial that he set before us, the trial that he himself endured, something more ancient than all the gods. And he reaches at something and hands it to us, assuring that this element, symbolic or not, will help us into our healing journey. We give thanks to God, realizing that the python is still blessing us because it is in us. The power of the medicine of the ancient snake, daughter of the earth, and of the god of sun, whose fire of the sire and of creation of life, is the purest form of love. Apollo reaches at our heart, brain, and whatever possible part of our body that has been hurt. And his sunlight fiery energy burns away all the blackness, all the poison, everything that is keeping us still hurting. And might be something of our environment, past, circumstances, or even ourselves. And we make to him a vow, to him and to ourselves, to be responsible for our healing, because we are not guilty for our trauma, never, but we are responsible for it, and we must take care of ourselves, doing whatever we need to do. Doesn't matter if it costs us, if it is hard, and seeking help is the first step on the way. Apollo hugs us with his warm energy, his contagious smile. And from his hands, the sun rays begin to create a spiral that forms again the orb of light that surrounds us. And we say goodbye to him, and we thank him, content and grateful for his healing for the healing and medicine of the snake in us. The orb spins faster and faster, rising us and taking us away from that distant star, away, farther and farther with each deep breath, until we get to that line of all possible futures, past and present, all those possible lives, the threads of time and space. And we see the earth, and we start getting down and down and down, entering the earth, seeing far and far away, very small our houses, and going down and down until it gets closer by. And then we are in ourselves, setting our spirit and soul gently back to our physical body. And we start moving our toes and fingers and our legs and limbs and neck. And very, very slowly, breathing deeply, when we're ready, we open our eyes and we say our name aloud 3 times and we clap 3 times. And we are fully back to our bodies, our houses, our places, ourselves. I hope this meditation has been healing for you. And please, there's always someone there that will be able to help you and be there for you. Don't seclude yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Doesn't matter how tempting it looks. I know. Reach out. Find a specialist. And understand that whatever is going on, doesn't matter what happened, what is still happening. You're not guilty, but you're responsible to take the reins of your life back again. So thank you so much for your time. I hope that you may find the integration, acceptance, and working within yourself. That is what I call healing. And may Apollo bless you with health. Blessed be.